I think in my early 20s, I just started asking these questions, like, why do things have to be this way? I made the decision 6 years ago, the moment I went to my first local farm and started talking to this farmer, that I would never spend another dollar on industrialized meat. Eating is a sacred experience. A big part of my life is diving deep into what it actually means to be human. Moving our bodies, sleeping well, eating good food, exploring our consciousness. To me, it contributes to this whole cycle of life. Really, when we're taking in an animal, we're taking in the energetic content of the animal. So if an animal's unhappy, we're likely taking in that energy that could make us unhappy. I would always kind of think, okay, if I'm gonna be healthier, I might as well just work out harder. But that wasn't really working. I stumbled across this bone broth somehow. I saw a lot of these ancient traditions were using bones, and I was just like, okay, well, there's obviously some sort of ancient knowledge here. In North America, not a lot of people were really consuming it. I just thought, okay, well, might as well give this a try. After the first couple of weeks, I just noticed an insane amount of health benefits. It really just started transforming the way I felt. I lost about 5 to 10 pounds, and weight loss wasn't even my goal. Started sleeping way better, and just my digestive health improved a lot. I just knew I was onto something great. And so I thought it was just a really good opportunity for me to create something. I started putting a lot of effort into something that I really believe in, but with no real knowledge of if anyone else is actually gonna care. There was a lot of internal battles with, should I be doing this? Is this worth it? There was a lot of nerves because you just don't know whether anyone's gonna actually accept it. You're just jumping into the unknown. The first thing that makes our product unique is we go straight to the farmer. Local farms, farmers that are really paying attention to raising high quality cattle. These are animals that are eating grass. They have large pastures to roam. So sourcing our bones is one of the most important things that we do. And then the next thing we do is we take those bones and we simmer them in water for 24 hours. We ensure that all the nutrients are being seeped out of these bones, specifically the collagen protein and the micronutrients and minerals. We add a lot of interesting organic vegetables and organic spices to give it a really good flavor for you to enjoy anywhere you want. And that's what makes it a bit different than everything else that's on the market. And then we bottle the broth in a glass bottle. This allows it to be portable, and it also allows you to just drink it as is, anywhere you want. We're not really reinventing the wheel here. It's not a new concept. All these cultures in the East would always put some sort of bone in their stews or their soups. The reason people did that was because whenever they got an animal, they would consume the whole thing. Here in the West, bones are largely considered waste. So it's nice to actually use part of the animal that would typically be thrown out and actually create a food product out of it that could be potentially one of the healthiest things you can ever consume. There was a moment where the product was ready and people started consuming it, and I would get feedback that wow, this product's actually really good. And getting that validation for putting your heart and soul into something, it made me feel a lot more confident in what I'm doing and why this can actually be something powerful for people's health and the world. Ultimately, my goal would be to have no one ever spend another dollar on factory farming. Because I think once people become aware that that decision is actually harming not just themselves from a health perspective, it's also harming the environment. And I think it's pretty easy to make that change and start supporting local farmers, start supporting a system that actually can benefit the world. One of the most rewarding things about this is I get to really create something that I really believe in. Yeah, it's very challenging, but I wouldn't have it any other way, really.